Okay, so this is part 2 of the tour. Now, I want to share with you on this live some strategies on pricing, photos, and cleaning, and then we're going to talk a little bit about furniture as well and some of the art that you can put into a property to be very successful in Airbnb. But let's start with pricing, and here's the key, guys. Right now, your 2, 3, and 4 bedroom properties, as of the time of this video, are just doing really, really well. Not saying that the 1 studios aren't, but your 2, 3s, and 4, specifically 3 and 4 bedroom properties, are just doing really well, where people are saying, hey, let me get a couple people together and we can split the cost. These are some key things when it comes to pricing. You want to make sure that your pricing, you have a software, and we always recommend this to our students, that we have a software called Price Labs. Price Labs is phenomenally accurate. Here's why. We had a student that was pricing their property what they thought based on the market that they should be getting $150 on the weekends. So I said, listen, I want you to spend a few dollars a month and get a software that is going to let us know what we should price this at. You guys would not believe what just happened. The $150 they had on weekends tripled. The market was actually paying $450 for a weekend in Cincinnati, and this student had it $150. Yes, they were getting bookings, but guess what? We moved the weekend prices from $150 to $450 a night, and they still were getting bookings. Remember, occupancy rate is very important. You do not want 100% bookings. Why do you not want 100% booking? Because if it's 100%, your property's booked out completely, what does that tell you about the pricing? It tells you pricing's too low. So what I try to aim for is anywhere between 90 and 94%. That's a sweet spot. That means that you're priced appropriately. You're not going to get fully booked out, okay? But you're not going to be anywhere near having a lot of empty spaces. So you want to make sure that you're priced. Now, obviously, Price Labs cost a few dollars a month, but it's worth, think about that. The entire year of that software just saved that student on 1 booking. The entire year of having a software, right? Paying for the software on a Saturday, just by having that made a difference. So we use Price Labs for all of our strategy for pricing. Now, one other thing I want to talk to you guys about this, and this is very important as part 2 of, you just saw that we have medical professionals coming to this property. There was 4 gentlemen that stayed here for 3 months, right? We did a walkthrough. There was a lot of stuff. They left us a bike. They left us a popsicle. They left us a VR, the VR Oculus in the bed. They left us some other stuff in another bed. They left us some of the equipment. They must have been doing some kind of filming or something. But overall, the property was in immaculate condition. I want to talk to you guys about cleaning, because this is a strategy that we've used over the last 10 years. We have a cleaning company here in Jacksonville, Florida, that we've been using. Obviously, it's a family-owned business, so we've used our own cleaners here in Jacksonville. So if you're outside of Jacksonville, Florida, what you guys can do is, if you need a quick cleaner, you can go to Turno. It's TURNO.com. Turno is a nationwide cleaning company. Now, here's the thing, and I was just showing you about the prices, is Turno's a little bit more on the expensive side. Here's what we've done for over the last decade. We hire our own cleaners. The benefit here is that you can get it in more like the wholesale pricing, right? So in a way, right, you're paying your cleaners $20, $30 an hour, but you're charging the guest on a 2-bedroom clean, it might take them 2 hours. That's $40, $40, $50, right? But you're charging the guest $115, $120 for the clean. So not only are you making the money on the actual bookings, but you're making the money on the clean if you wanted to double dip as well. That's a strategy there. So you can go to Indeed as well. If you want to go to Indeed, we actually have, if you guys are interested, you can just message me inside the box. I'll send you over our actual document that we use for Indeed, where you can hire your own cleaners to come in for $20, $25 an hour, and they can clean the property. It's much better, in my opinion. And you actually save money, and then you can actually double dip, like I said, and make money as well. And the next thing we're going to talk about, and this is important, is we are going to talk about photos. This is a big mistake. So many hosts, and this is a statistic that I'm going to give you, so many hosts are taking photos of their property with cell phones. Okay, statistics show that you can nearly get 2 times the amount of bookings by having professional photos. If you're around taking photos, even though this is a great phone, we have an iPhone 17, you can make, obviously you can do really well with it. The problem is, people nowadays, they want to see professional photos. And if you have a professional photo, the lighting's done right? The ambiance is done right. It just makes the property stand out. I can tell you something right now. If you got photos from a cell phone, I would highly recommend contacting homejab.com. They do a great job. Here in Jacksonville, we have our own photographer that we use here that I'll introduce you guys to shortly. But anywhere else outside Jacksonville, HomeJab has done the properties for all of our students, or the majority of our students that are using HomeJab. They just do a great job. They come out, it's a nationwide company, and it's like $5 or $6 a photo. You're gonna wanna make sure that you have somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 35 photos total. of maybe 4 or 5 photos of each room, different angles, the front, the back. And then what you want to do is you want to add about 10 photos of things that are in the city. So for this property alone, we have about 30 photos of the interior, maybe 5 to 10 of the front and the back. And then we put another 15 photos of Mayo Clinic, the beaches, some parks. That's the stuff that you want. You can get those for free on Google. But that makes it about 50 photos that you want across. And why is this important? I'm gonna give you a psychological hack right here. It's important to have more photos. Airbnb rewards host where the guest stays on the listing longer. So if you had 3 photos of your property on Airbnb, how quickly could somebody go through 3 photos, right? So you have your hero photo, which is the main one, and then you had 2 more photos. Well, very quickly, somebody could go in and watch the 3 photos, and then what Airbnb says is, this is not a good listing because, and the reality is that if you had 3 photos, it's gonna take you about 6 seconds to be able to go through those, and Airbnb says, well, people think this is not a good listing because they're popping onto the listing and they're popping off really quickly. So psychologically, what if you had 50 photos that were interesting? Now, someone takes 3 to a couple seconds on each one of them. They're gonna stay on your listing for minutes at a time. Airbnb says, oh, the guest, the people, the potentials say, oh, this could be a great listing. People are staying a long time. So there's a hack to have about 50 photos total on your listing. It's gonna help you guys out tremendously. Now, I wanna talk about the photos in the first 5, okay? When you're on Airbnb, okay? You have your main photo, which is called your hero photo. That hero photo is what sells the property. It has to be the most attractive photo that you have out of all your 45, 50 total. Now, what people see when they're going to Airbnb is they see a hero photo and then they see this cluster of 4. So the next 4, and then your main one. Your main, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. These have to be of each of a different room. You do not want same 4 boring of the living room. You want kitchen, you want living room, you want bathroom, you want bedroom, and then your main hero photo. A lot of people right now are doing really well with the hero photos of an outside. And then if you can get where your photo has like the gray and the green skies, right? Where the outside of the property, if you can get that photo with like kind of a dark sky that's got the green, you'll see it here on this listing I'm showing you right now, this property here, this one right here. Here's our property here. This property right here that we're in right now, you see this is our hero photo. See the skies in the back that look the green? This sells the property. When people get into the property, it looks amazing, people are happy, etc. Let's get into an important topic. Furniture. Guys, for the love of God, please do not go to IKEA and get furniture that's gonna fall apart like a fake $40 alligator suit. You wanna make sure you have better furniture. So Facebook Marketplace is a great place to get high-end furniture, right? For very inexpensive. West Elm Outlet is another one. Amazon. You can get great furniture that doesn't have to be name brand, but it has to be furniture that's put together better, right? And here's another key. While you guys are furnishing, you see here where we have TVs in each bedroom. I'm telling you, this is the key for selling the property. Nobody wants to sit in a living room with 3 or 4 people and watch TV together. They want to go into bed, they want to lay down, they want to chill at night and watch their own TV. We recommend a 50-inch TV or more in each bedroom. And that's what we do in all of our properties. Couches, as you can see here. Couches, 4 pillows. You want the pillows on the couch, right? Gives a little bit of depth. Then you have photos, pictures. See, we do 1 picture over top of the couch usually. And then here in the bedrooms, as you can see, we put a big, massive picture above each bed itself. See the bed? See the picture? This is what you guys want. So it's a picture over the bed. The bed itself is a selling point. If you invest any money in furniture at all, okay? Now, we teach our students how to get the property fully furnished. But let's say that you're watching me, you're like, I want to get my own furniture. Well, then yes, if you want to buy your own furniture, then I would highly recommend sheets that are really, really good quality and bed that at least has a pillow top on top of it. The last thing you want people doing complaining in a property is a bed that is uncomfortable when you have a travel nurse, a doctor, a patient, engineer, military, or some professional guest that's coming in that's gonna be here for a couple months complaining about the springs in their ass and their back. You wanna make sure that the beds have a pillow top at the very least if you're gonna get a cheaper bed, okay? Now, one of the other things we do for furniture, in the living room. As you can see here, we have an 85-inch TV. As you're sitting back right here, looking at this TV, look how beautiful this is. You have an amazing TV where people can sit if they want, they can chill, they can be in the living room. Even if they don't want to come out, they got plenty of seating out here. We got a couch out here, we got chairs out here, etc. Now, let's get into the real selling point of somebody staying longer. So many people have asked me this question. How do you get travel professionals versus vacationers? This is a nugget. You guys want to make sure you watch this over and over again, because here's the nugget that is the absolute nugget. In order to get travel professionals versus people that are vacationing, and this is going to be someone that's going to stay longer, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 12 weeks, the guest we just had in here for 3 months. How do you get the longer stays? Here's the key. The key is the kitchen. You want to sell the kitchen. So when you're doing your photography, you want to make sure that you open up all the drawers. You have all the silverware they need. You have all the utensils they need. You have spatulas. You have pizza cutters. You have all the spices. Look at right here what I'm showing you. These are the pots. These are our spices. These are our dishes. These are our plates. Plenty of dishwashing soap, washer and dryer stuff. See this forget me basket? These are the things. When you take your photos, not only do you want to make sure the property has these things, but your photos need to tell the people that are going to that listing that it is already there. Why? Because if somebody comes to a property, they want to make sure they know that they don't have to go out and buy pots, pans, dishes, etc. That's very expensive. We supply all this stuff for the guests coming in. If somebody's staying for 3 months, they want pots, pans, dishes. They've got cups. They've got bowls. They've got, this forget me basket is fire. We just started doing this, where it has all the stuff that somebody might forget if they're going to stay long, right? So you have like your sewing kits, you have your deodorant, you have your hairspray, you have your Q-tips, you have etc. inside this forget me basket. We put it in the sink, underneath the sink. It's unbelievable. But you want to have pods if you're going to do dishwasher. You want to make sure you stock it with coffee is another big one. Did you guys know that 33% of travelers prefer tea over coffee? So if you have a coffee station, which you should have at every property, a Keurig, you have your pods for your coffee. Also make sure you have teas as well. You're going to lose 33% of bookings just by not showing somebody that or the flip side of it, you can get a lot more bookings. We had a guest recently that came in and said, hey, we love the fact you guys have a Keurig here, but we don't drink coffee. But we really appreciate the fact you guys had tea here as well. So that right there, man, it's a selling point, right? And the kitchen, make sure that when your photographer's doing the property, that they open all the drawers in the kitchen, every one of them, open everything up. Make sure every blind is open, make sure every light is on. The brighter, airier pictures work. Open up every kitchen drawer, make sure they're taking close-ups of the silverware, the pots, the pans. Everything in that kitchen is going to sell a longer stay because people want to know the stuff is there. If they're going to stay for a day or two, they don't care. If they're going to stay for months, that's why you get the longer stays. Let me give you another tip. You want a longer stay. Do you think fabulous property, amazing views in Jack's Beach is going to attract travel professionals? Do you think that was your title that would attract people that are coming in for professionals? No. How about luxury 5-star beaches, 3 minutes to Mayo Clinic? Look at that title. And then inside the pictures, I have pictures of the Mayo Clinic everywhere. You want at least 3 amenities inside your title. Here's a secret. So what do we do in this title? Luxury Leopard Lounge / 5-star / minutes to Mayo Clinic / beaches / UNF. I'm targeting people that are coming in for longer stays. Now, when you're doing your pricing, here's a key to get longer stays. Give a monthly discount. So what we do is we raise and inflate the prices, but then we give a 40% monthly discount. I mean, somebody books for 30 days, I'm slicing 40% off the cost. So I inflate the prices per night, and then I say I'll give you a 40% discount if you book for an entire month. What do you think is going to happen? People see $6,000, $7,000, slice $3,500 for the month. Oh, that's a great deal. So they're going to book it. Same thing for weekly, but weekly I only give a 25% discount. So if our daily rate is $200, a week is 200 times 7 nights, that's $1,400. Slice 25% off that, and then if they book for 7 days or more, they get that discount. So this is your pricing strategy, guys. You guys have to go over this video 100 times if you want so that you can go through and make sure that all of your filters are done like this. So maybe you're a host that needs some guidance, right? You want to get more bookings. Your occupancy is very low and you want me to help you get that raised up. I can certainly help. I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of deals. I know which ones work. I know how to do the filters, the settings, etc. Send me a message inside of the message box here, and just maybe shoot me over a message with your phone number, and I'll reach out, and I can go over some ideas for you to help you out to increase your bookings. If you're a brand new host and you're like, look, I want to start getting properties, but I don't even know where to start, man. I work a job. I got a full-time career. I got 40 hours. I'm a busy professional. Got a little money saved, but I don't know where to get started, where to invest it. I don't want to invest it into, some trend. Let me tell you something. I've been doing this for nearly 11 years, okay? I will show you exactly how to get the properties around the 4 H's. I will show you exactly how to find properties that are fully furnished. I will show you exactly how to get a landlord to give us 30 days of free rent so you can get into the property nearly rent-free. And I'll show you how to do this without any personal credit as well. If you guys want help at all, message me in the message box. Shoot me over your phone. Just send me a message with your phone number. Maybe put the keyword Airbnb and then message me your phone number so I know that you're interested and you're serious. And I can get you started for literally less than 1 month's worth of rent and help you really scale this game. All right. With that being said, go back, make sure you follow, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all your subscribes. We're really building this channel up. You're welcome to follow me on TikTok as well, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, LinkedIn. I appreciate you guys. Message me and let me know if you want help by sending me the word Airbnb and then shooting me over your phone number. And we really appreciate you guys. God bless. Bye.